Welcome to SportsCraft, it's Blackjack. For this episode, we're doing something a little different because a lot of you are brand new. You've come over from Hurricane's video where I was talking about, where he was talking about his NCAA franchise that he was doing, or Dynasty, I should say, and how I'm helping him along with that and kind of helping him build stuff, and how I will be kind of assisting him further on into it. So you probably came over and was like, let me check out this guy's stuff. This video is going to accomplish a few things here. By the end of the video, at the end, there's actually going to be a video that this SportsCraft was supposed to mainly focus on, which was my NBA 2K17 draft class. I'm actually releasing that today. Like, by the end of this video, you'll see where you can actually go download it if you want to try it out yourself. That's kind of my specialty, if you haven't figured it out from Kane's video, is that I do a lot of customization. I love going deep into video games and kind of breaking whatever I can and creating what I can from it. If you go look at my other SportsCraft videos, I create courts, I create players, I create jerseys, I design almost everything to my my specifics, what I want. And even in my series, as you can see with Cutcliffe, I even have created prospects inside of there to just kind of spice things up a little bit, and I add my own little flair to the series. So that's the sort of stuff that you can expect from me. If you are completely unfamiliar with me, or if you are familiar with me and have seen my old stuff and want to see it again, good news, here's your early Christmas present. Starting tomorrow, so that's Monday, I am actually going to re-upload my old video. So if you have never gotten a chance or just want to relive Two Tales, the Wyoming Dynasty, my first NBA My GM franchise, those will start being uploaded daily. So starting Monday, every single day, an old video will pop back up. Now, that does not mean that I am continuing the series. I am actually going to specifically label them as Blackjack Vaults. So it's kind of going into what I call my vault, and they're old series that I did about 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not looking to revisit them at all. But I do want to have it there so that, some of you guys have been asking questions like, wait a minute, what is this? Like, I've never gotten to see that. And then on Twitter, when I asked, some people were like, what was it, like 90% of you were like, yeah, no, upload your old stuff. We want to see it. So I'm doing you a favor and putting that up there so that you can go ahead and see it and, kind of judge for yourself what you think of it. And if there's stuff from my older series that you want to see, maybe me kind of implant into my new series. It'd be interesting to see what kind of new comments pop up on them, considering that they're like 2 or 3 years old, and I look back at them now and I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I actually made something that bad, or at least I think they're that bad compared to what I can do now. But you'll be the judge of that. A lot of people really like it, so maybe I'm just crazy, maybe I'm just too self-critical. So let's talk a little bit about this roster that I've created. I've had a lot of ideas that I wanted to do for an NBA series, and one of them that I was actually going to do that I kind of did a little bit for MLB The Show was that I was going to do a player lock series for NBA 2K17 and essentially have it centered around a draft class. And I was going to pick one person from that draft class to be my player, kind of do a little bit of backstory of him in high school, then kind of track him a little bit in college, and then once he gets to the pros, then he's kind of competing against his own class members. I mean, you can see like the rookie report and everything, and see him like how he stacks up with everybody else, and kind of create a nice little competition there because they have the draft class creator. So why not do something like that? I instead kind of implemented that idea into MLB The Show, where I've actually created a few prospects. If you can see from the draft, like there's Kelly Switzer and Teddy LeVec. Somebody asked me the pitching style. I will find that out for you. I do read my comments. I will find that out for you, what the pitching style is, and reply to you. But I went ahead and implemented that style, that kind of element into that. And instead, what I decided to do with NBA 2K was just do another My GM, because people really liked that. So in my old My GM, I had a guy named Andre Crawford, who was just kind of like a 66 overall guy that I specifically had there just for the purpose of adding a different element and seeing me kind of build a player from kind of nothing. He was kind of my answer to a my player, but actually having him compete in a realm where he starts at a low level and I'm responsible for building him up and then having him become a star from that. So instead of doing something like that, what I wanted to do was go ahead and say, all right, I'm gonna give myself 2 years. The first year, I'm actually gonna have real NCAA guys in the draft class from 2017 and bring them in, and then that year after is when new stars come up, when I create my own fictional characters and then they come into the fray. As you can see from episode 1 and 2 thus far, you have a decent idea of who some of them are. By the time you see this video at the end here, you'll get to know a few more of them, and then I want to actually see you guys kind of see what you can do with the draft class yourself, you know, whether you upload a video or not. Give me some feedback on what you think about the draft class. If you do make a video about it, sure, I'll shout you out. I'll give you some shout out in the next SportsCraft to say, hey, check this guy out. He got to use my my draft class, and here's what he's doing with it. Or here's kind of his experience, or here's the player that he wants to use. So it'd be interesting to kind of see what you guys do with it. I'm totally open to whatever suggestions you may have once you go ahead and download the draft class. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get into that portion of the video. Please enjoy, guys. NBA 2K17 My League, either Monday or Tuesday, and then old uploads will start on Monday. Enjoy, guys. That young man right there has never shaved since he arrived at SMU at 18 years old. Said he would never cut his hair until he walked onto the team. Larry Brown brought him in as a sophomore year, and he still didn't cut it. Said he wouldn't touch it until he's playing in the NBA. Duke McCaskill has certainly become America's favorite story this year, and he had himself a night tonight. 55 points here in the Carrier Dome and an upset win against 14th-ranked Syracuse. Jim Larinaga has a special trio he has brought in. The freshman Rico Santana, Orlando Emerson, and Deshaun Miles, so committed to playing smash mouth defense and outrunning teams in transition. They are the most dangerous team in the ACC this year. Even with Jamel Reese and Malik Garrett at their disposal, this is clearly Derek Patterson's Kentucky Wildcat team. So fluid, so selfless, so dynamic. He's going to win a championship at the next level and make an NBA franchise very happy. They call him Pretty Ricky and Slick Rick. Ricky Shays off to a fabulous start in his Duke career, looking to join the ranks of Leitner, Hill, and Reddick in Blue Devils history. Landon Shays, the sharpshooter for the Bruins, twin brother of Ricky, making his own name out west with JUCO transfer point guard Zach Zavakis at UCLA. Victor Delgado has remarkable touch and finesse around the basket for a man his height. He is the best big man in the Pac-12. I can't say I have seen many centers with the range and shooting touch of Soonjin Hu. St. Mary's has found a special talent out there in South Korea. Hakeem Rozier, just dominant again tonight. His 10th straight 20-point, 10-rebound game this year, and he's showing no signs of stopping.